Rocketry. अगर आपको लग रहा है ये सब फजूल है तो फिर आप यहाँ पर आए क्यों?
मैं यहाँ इसलिए आया हूँ क्योंकि मेरे साथ जो हुआ वो इस देश में किसी और के साथ नहीं होना चाहिए।
वाह,
सर दुनिया भर में लोग ना 60-70 टन की इंजन बना रहे हैं और हम यहाँ 600 किलोग्राम के खिलौना बनाकर खुश हो रहे हैं। सर ये रॉकेटरी नहीं है, पपेटरी है। इन रॉकेट्स के जरिए हमें कमर्शियल सैटेलाइट्स लॉन्च करने होंगे। कमर्शियल सैटेलाइट लॉन्च मार्केट जो आने वाले दिनों में $1 ट्रिलियन मार्केट है, उसका हमें हिस्सा बनना पड़ेगा।
जो मेरे अब्बा अंकल पूरा परिवार 5 साल में कमाते हैं वो आप 1 साल में कमाओगे
ना।
You can bounce out of my celestial body's gravitational forces and reach Mars after a 1-year travel in the darkness. These achievements of our engineers, of our scientists, of our IT professionals, of our doctors and surgeons are the kind of stories that I thought we should tell without diluting the technical achievements. So I bit a bullet and I actually made Rocketry into a technical film because it is rocket science. You're not supposed to understand everything about it, but I promise you that even if you're my mother's age or not related to science at all, you will understand the extent of Dr. Nambi Narayan's achievement because of the technicality of the film. And those who know technicalities, who know about rocket science or know about propulsion systems, will not cringe when you see this film because it's factually as accurate and scientifically as accurate as it can be. So if people from America go to watch Inception or Interstellar or Gravity with awe and respect because you think a scientist is making the movie, my endeavor was to do the exact same thing with an Indian film.
Thank you so much, sir. Was this film made in one language and dubbed in others? Or was the strategy?
Yeah, no, the film was actually made in 3 languages. So it is spoken. All my actors spoke 3 languages. So we've actually not dubbed anything in terms of the replicating the film. So we have English, Hindi and Tamil as the original languages. The English and Hindi is shot with Mr. Shah Rukh Khan. And the Tamil is shot with Surya as a guest appearance. And it's a phenomenal achievement on behalf of my artists, who all spoke 1 shot in Hindi, 1 shot in English, and 1 shot in Tamil. So it would be like, hey, Sigram vada, and then it would be like, abhi jaldi aana, or you please hurry up. It's like, and they would just do that quickly in succession, and we had to try and get it as accurate as possible. But we're here to talk about Dr. Nambi Narayanan. And we're going to let him speak because I can tell you that this man has an extraordinary ability. When I used to ask him a question, he'll answer that question straightforward first. Then after 5 minutes, he'll answer a question that I didn't ask, but the reason for asking the first question. And then after 20 minutes, he'll answer a question that I'm going to ask also. That's how perceptive as a genius he is. And so when I went to meet him, I realized that it was not me who was deciding whether to do Rocketry as a film. It was him trying to understand whether this actor has the ability to understand his story without embarrassing him and tell a story. So I was under screen test. So Dr. Nambi Narayanan, can you please tell them about our first meeting or whatever else that you want to start off this conversation with?
Good evening to all. Just want to make some few comments. Actually, Madhavan was going through a mill. He was trying to change the color of his hair and his tooth formation and his weight adding and those kind of things. I was the one who was watching the film. I didn't suffer myself on that. I was just watching. He was going through that mill. Then only I asked him, see, nobody knows how I eat, how I walk. So why are you suffering? You just act as you are and then people will understand this is what Nambi Narayanan does. Because they don't know me, I was not popular or well known. But he said, no, I want to do exactly like what you do. Then suffer, that is your problem. You cannot help it. Because it is something like, it is written in your heads that you have to go through this mill. And this man was increasing his weight by 15 kg, went and did some magic. I really don't understand how he did. Afterwards, after shooting, then he came down and then dropped his weight by another 15-20 kg. I said, are you sure it is good for your health, this way adding and subtracting the weight? No, don't worry, for the sake of this film, I have to do that. So that's how it will look realistic. Then he was sitting on a chair to color his hair for 14, 15 hours, something like that, in that order, or maybe 18 hours. I was just thinking, it must be mad. He can wear a wig or he can do something very easily nowadays. But what I'm trying to impress you is that he was having a passion for this story and for this movie, and he felt that it is necessary and obligatory on his side that he has to do justice to the entire story. This is one point I just want to point out here. Another thing is that while he is doing the other movies, Alibi Day and so many other movies are there, in those movies, he will come as Madhavan, act very effortlessly, and as he said, some songs will be there, some dance will be there, and this very easy, not very tough. But here, because one of the conditions which I have put him is, there will be no dance, okay? Then he was just looking at me, not even in dreams. Because sometimes to justify the hero dancing, they will introduce a dream scene. And so he was a little, look at it. Then afterwards, I said, not only dance, but also there won't be any songs. Okay, there he thought the matter ends there, but I said, then you are not going to hit 20 people at the same time and kill them. That is not simply on. Anyway, because there are scenes where the police is torturing the hero. And then actually the audience will expect the hero to hit back the police. That didn't happen. So in my life as well as in reality, in film also, it didn't happen. You are not allowed to hit. Imagine Madhavan's condition. And the audience conditions also. It will be a bit difficult to go through the reality of the entire thing. But one thing I can tell you, I didn't hit back the police. Naturally, because I was not having that kind of a strength, neither it makes sense, etc. But without myself hitting, the result of my story is that now, right now, every day they are being hit from morning till evening by the rule of law and justice. So that is another part of the whole thing. Now I am very happy in one way. This is a story which is not fabricatable. This is something which has happened. It is truth, 100% truth. Now that is what is predicted, or that is what is visualized in this movie. Normally it will look like a documentary, because after all you are telling the facts. But the great thing of Madhavan in writing the script, as well as visualizing the whole story and presenting it to you as a director, surpasses all imaginations, because in no place you feel that it is a documentary. This is very important, because I was just wondering whether finally it will end up as a documentary. No. Another interesting point is the movie itself is rocketry, meaning in many places we use the word, are you a rocket scientist? As if the rocket science is very complicated and great. It is, I'm not saying it is small, but it is okay as far as if you are above average intelligent, and if you are good in mathematics, and if you are reasonably good in some subjects, you can understand the rocket science. The only difficulty is the so-called rocket science is not meaning one aspect of the science. It is not only electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, structural engineering, control guidance, computer. So it encompasses almost all the known technologies which you are thinking of and talking about it. Such a complex technology, by somehow sitting like a small Shishya, having learned it from me to some extent, and showing it to all of you in a manner wherein you will understand it beyond doubt. That is his greatness. So it is very difficult to first of all, I should not boast it, that's why I am keeping quiet. I am a good teacher. That's the reason why he has learned it so quickly. But the second part is that having understood the technology and then visualizing it and putting it in a screen so that ordinary people, very, very ordinary people, not the community sitting here, can understand and appreciate it is something really difficult. So that way it is something great. With these four comments, I feel that I have given you an introduction to the relationship between myself and Madhavan while we were doing this movie, and any other questions you can.
Sir, நம்ம ரெண்டு பேரும் இதை ரிசர்ச் பண்ணி ரிஹர்ஸ் பண்ணி வந்திருக்கோம் நடக்க போறாங்க. Just to praise each other. But actually that is the truth, you know. I'm going to dive into it with a video, which I want to tell these nice people. I wanted to show some clips of it, but there's one song in the film which you will see, and that is more of a background song which contributes to that scene so beautifully simply because of the way it's been sung, and the impact is quite shattering in my opinion. But I want to ask you a special question. How many of you all have grown up hearing the Suprabhatam? The Suprabhatam? Yeah?
Very, very good. Very
okay,
good.
Great. You all know that the Suprabhatam is just two versions. One is the Archakars, who sing it in the temples early in the morning. It's like Kausalya, Supraja, Rama, Purva, Sandhya. Or it is M.S. Subbalakshmi, who all of you all are nodding. But I had a problem with both the versions.
At 5 o'clock in the morning.
At 5 o'clock? Yeah. Actually, for the Lord, it is at 2:30 in the morning. And that is actually bringing me to the point. When the Suprabhatam was being sung, I used to ask my Appa, I said, Appa, why are they singing in the morning? He said, because, you know, they're waking up the Lord so that he can go back to taking care of us and granting your wishes and blessings. I said, he's hardly slept for 2 minutes. He said, that's all he needs. But I always felt that was very unfair. And secondly, M.S. Subbalakshmi is an angel, you know, her voice is angelic. But I read somewhere that she sang the Suprabhatam within 28 minutes because that was the length of the LP record at that time. And I always felt that I wanted a loving version of the Suprabhatam. I wanted Suprabhatam to be sung in a manner in which you feel like you're lovingly waking up the Lord and saying, please get up and take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, we are screwed anyways. And you know, it had to be with a lot of love and affection. And so I used the excuse of this film, the first shot of our movie being where the camera starts in deep space and you'll only hear the faint sound of the Suprabhatam. And as the camera starts coming towards the earth, thank you. In fact, I don't want to give it away. I want to show you the making of the music of our film and see if you can feel what I felt about the Suprabhatam.
Hi, my name is Aditya Rao. I'm part of Team Rocketry here. We are doing a US tour across multiple cities, and today we're here in New Jersey to talk about Dr. Nambi Narayanan and his story that has really been untold. He is one of the most prolific ISRO scientists who has developed technologies that are still being used today. Hi, my name is Aditya Rao. I'm here on behalf of Team Rocketry. We have been doing a national tour to talk about not only the film, but the true story of Dr. Nambi Narayanan. We're here in New Jersey today at a wonderful meet and greet, met a lot of people, had a terrific set of questions, and really looking forward to hearing everyone's feedback once the film launches on July 1st.
क्या कहती हो? मैं ऐसा ऑफर ले लें?
बास्टर्ड्स, ये फिर से हमारे काबिल दिमाग छीनना चाहते हैं।
क्योंकि मेरे सामने जो देख रहा हूँ उसे देखकर मेरा खून खोल रहा है। नंबी नारायणन, प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर ऑफ क्रायोजेनिक, प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर ऑफ सेकंड स्टेज, प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर ऑफ फोर्थ स्टेज, एसोसिएट प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर PSLV।
सबको लगता है कि लिक्विड इंजन मेरी वजह से फेल हुआ है, लेकिन सच तो यह है कि मैं आपकी वजह से फेल हुआ हूँ।
400 मिलियन पाउंड्स का इक्विपमेंट स्कॉटलैंड से उठा लाए मुफ्त में।
हमारे साइंटिस्ट को फ्रांस भेजकर उन्हीं का इंजन उनसे ही बेहतर बना दिया। रशिया में क्रायोजेनिक इंजन अमेरिकन के नाक के नीचे से निकाल लाए।